G'day guys and gal. Some questions I get a lot more than others. Majorkill, are you gay? Are you retarded? And how much can you bench press being some of the front runners? So with me having some really exciting things to announce and talk about today, I thought let's do it in a fun way, showing off my squat, bench and deadlift to finally answer the question, how strong is Majorkill? And as a further to that, since people do ask, is Majorkill a natty? So let's jump right in, and remember, you don't want to miss the end of this video, I have some cool shit to talk about. Okay, so I'll be doing a little bit of narration, not too much, and we'll keep this snappy. I haven't actually done a 1 rep max of squats before in my life, and I've literally only done hack squats for the past 2 years, and I also don't deadlift anymore. Despite this, I'm going for a 1,000 pound max across all 3 lifts, so wish me luck. So let's start with bench, since that's the only thing most people give a fuck about. Out of the 3 lifts today, bench is the one I actually kept at and actually got pretty good at, so I'm basically hoping it will carry through my record. There's a not unrealistic chance that my bench ends up being my highest lift of all 3, which yeah, any powerlifters of you out there are probably shaking your head at me right now. We blast through the first few weights easy, just to lock in, warm up a bit and provide some suspense. I know based off experience, anything under 140 kilos should move extremely easily. So 60, 80, 100, no worries. Yeah, clippies. 120 moved quite nice as well. You may have noticed I've been raw dogging it. Does that mean I think straps are cheating? Certainly not. Straps are fantastic, not only for keeping you safe, but also by making it much easier to target the specific muscle groups you want to target, instead of, let's say, wrist bending back and putting the load somewhere it shouldn't be. I waited till just after 120 kilos to strap up because I find the weight so light and easy to handle that the straps are entirely unnecessary until then. 140 kilos is quite spicy. I'm confident in it, but the 3 plate club is a solid achievement for whoever gets there.
Right, 3, 2, 1, up.
And yeah, that moved quite well, I'm happy with that. Let's move to 145.
2, 1, up.
God damn, that moved like shit. Still counts though, Joe didn't touch the bar, but if I want to get to 150, I need to dial the fuck in. 150, let's fucking go.
I got injured.
It's so good, he's got it on his chest.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, up. Push, 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 push. Push, push, push.
I was pretty chuffed to hit that. Now let's move on to squats. I fucking hate squats. Fun fact, I actually used to squat with a wide stance which put most of the load on my hamstrings and ass. So I had extremely overdeveloped ass and hammies and my quads literally didn't exist. This was fixed by swapping to the hack squat, which is very quad heavy. So now I finally am happy with my quad aesthetics. Anyway, we're cruising through the lower weights, no dramas, repping the Majorkill merch. Both of those designs are sold out, but I think the website still has a few cool other ones on there. Here's where it gets a bit dicey, because I never actually squatted above 140 kilos before, and I'm about to attempt it, so wish me luck.
I hate squatting.
Damn, that actually felt alright, so let's push it further. 150, let's fucking get it. I'm actually quite chuffed with that. We're in massive PB territory right now, and I do think it felt good enough for me to push it slightly harder. Also, I do want to have a bigger squat than my bench, so let's try 155.
Oh god, I'm fucking done with this shit. Oh, 155, we're calling it there.
Squats are done, let's move on to deadlift. We have quite literally the most ghetto deadlift setup possible, but we'll make it work. I'm probably the least confident with this out of all the lifts, since I know how much deadlift is form and I haven't done it in years. You'll probably see my back blow out at any moment. We're cruising through the lower weights, doesn't feel too bad. So to get my 1,000 pound record, I need to hit like 160 kilos or above. So let's try 165.
Last sit. Lightweight, baby.
Okay, that actually moved okay. May as well try one last push and go for 180.
Just 180. Oh wait, that doesn't feel good.
That felt terrible. Guaranteed injury if I pushed it, so let's just quit while we're ahead. So with a 150 kilo bench, a 155 kilo squat, and 165 kilo deadlift, that takes us to a 470 kilo total, which is 1,034 pounds. Fuck yeah. The powerlifters, you're probably like, bruh, normally it'd be like a 120 to 140 bench, a 170 to 200 squat, then a 200 kilo plus deadlift. But yeah, I'll take it. I train for the aesthetics, baby. So this now brings us to the hot question. Is Majorkill natty? Well, I do want to weigh in on why the natty or not debate can be so toxic. The issue with natty or not is that what is considered natural and unnatural is entirely up to the whims of the World Anti-Doping Agency, who use very unclear and inconsistent rules for classifying drugs. For example, caffeine used to be considered a banned performance-enhancing drug, so if you drank coffee, you were not natty. The healing peptides BPC and TB500, which are like miracle healing drugs and honestly the entire world should be taking them, are banned, even though they don't boost performance. They simply heal you from fresh or chronic injuries. This is why when you see athletes get destroyed, like I'm talking life-changing injuries, then they vanish for a year and come back completely healed, what they do is drop out of the testing, take the healing stuff to save their career, and then return. As it's either that or they have to retire. As a final example, injectable L-carnitine, which boosts performance, fat loss, and energy, is natural, despite the fact that you inject it. The point I'm trying to make is that the dad who is taking BPC to heal his knee so he can play with his kids is technically not natty. And if people ask him, he either has to lie about it or he says he isn't natty, then he gets roasted by people that don't really know much about it, being like, lol man, you are natural but you look like a normal guy. Fucking idiot. So because of this, a lot of people don't like talking about it. Performance enhancing drugs is a massive spectrum, with many of them actually being quite healthy for you, extending your health and lifespan and giving you a better quality of life. But if you take these and just lump them in with the juiced up gearheads, then you're just gonna get ridiculed. With that out of the way, no, I am not natural. I have had quite the fitness journey, going from completely natural, taking no supplements, which I then had to change when my progress stopped. I was always exhausted and I found out my testosterone was only 280, below the reference range. At this point I was about 77 kilos, so I jumped on natural test boosters which were okay. My test went up to 450 and my progress started up again, and I no longer had to nap during the day. But 450 is still a bit meh and I wasn't happy with my progress or physique. I also got distracted a lot and my energy wasn't the best, which sucks when you're running multiple companies and working out every day. Another issue is that I needed to maintain 13% or above body fat to maintain these test levels, which meant I was never really happy with my body. I was at about 82 kilos at this point. I spoke to my endocrinologist who offered me TRT, but I refused as I wanted to seek alternatives first. This is when I started doing more research and met Joe, my best mate who was in a similar boat to me. We researched a ton into steroid and TRT alternatives and discovered various peptides and medications that could be used in tandem to greatly boost testosterone, growth hormone, and massively improve quality of life. So we jumped on those, which technically was the end of our natural journeys, despite the fact that we had not used any form of steroid. We used the peptides CJC and ipamorelin to boost our growth hormone, and then the drug enclomiphene to turbocharge our natural production of testosterone. We felt great, and for the first time I was actually happy with my physique. I got to about 84 kilos, but I was leaner than I usually was. I started getting compliments, found it easy to stay lean without crashing my test levels, and things were great. I would honestly recommend this protocol to anyone as it's more or less side effect free. Here's the thing though, doing a bunch of medications long term to try simulate TRT is actually less healthy than just straight up doing TRT. So I finally, after years of holding out, bit the bullet and got doctor prescribed TRT alongside HCG to maintain ball health and fertility. I also decided to go on a fat bulk and swap out my lean and mean GH peptides with MK677, which is a much more aggressive GH peptide. And yep, I got fucking fat and I retained a ton of water, which you probably would have seen in my videos a few months ago. I went from 84 kilos to 96 kilos in the span of 3 months, and boy was it shit. But when I ditched MK677, got back on my awesome peptides like CJC, ipamorelin, and tirzepatide, which is like a better, healthier version of Ozempic, and started eating better, I got fucking shredded, going down to 88 kilos and for the first time in my life, actually feeling like a beast, getting compliments on the daily, suddenly getting a ton of interest from women who used to be way out of my league, and my energy and mood was great. I was a much more calm, collected, and confident guy. Currently, I have added in a few other steroid compounds in low doses. I'm talking 200 milligrams or less, mostly of DHT derivatives, under the supervision of a world-class coach, and it's going great. My blood work looks better now than it did when I was natural, I have next to no side effects beyond the occasional pimple on my back, and my hair has never been thicker. No, I will not tell you what I'm actually taking or the doses because I don't want anyone to copy it. One big issue with steroids is everyone responds very differently at different doses. Life is good, and while the steroids have been dope, I honestly attribute most of my physique to peptides. This is me on steroids without peptides. This is me on steroids with peptides. Peptides are literally the closest thing we currently have to biohacking modifications. If you wanted to be a custodian or space marine, peptides. peptides. So why am I telling you all this? Well, I'm happy to announce that me and Joe, who knows pretty much everything I do, are launching our own live coaching company called Natty Plus, where we will literally coach you on the use of diet, exercise, and peptides to rapidly change your life. Whether you want to heal from an injury that won't go away, lose stubborn weight, improve your mental and physical health, or just look and feel young, we can help you. We also have a very basic Anabolics 101 for those of you that are getting on TRT and want to do it properly. However, I will definitely not coach anyone on how to bodybuild. I find that shit extremely unhealthy. This isn't some bullshit course. I'll be messaging you every step of the way, and we have live video call check-ins once a month to review progress, go over blood work, and so on. We've tried to make it as cheap as possible. For context, our coaching program only costs a quarter of what I pay for my steroid coaching, and ours arguably has more info. On top of this, we've made a private community that anyone can join now for free. Usually it's paid, but if you use the link below, you get 3 months access for free, which will give you access to gym form videos, peptide discussions, people's experiences and testimonials, and so on, including a ton of knowledge on how to use peptides, source them, and so on. Peptides fucking work. My cousin suffered permanent damage to his hand. After only 2 weeks of me coaching him on the healing peptides, he's gotten full use of his hand back. A mate of mine fucked his finger and the doctor said they need to get it fused together. 2 weeks on healing peptides and they said it was a medical miracle. Another mate had an inverted chest that needed surgery to flip. Big surgery. He was in agony, constantly high on opioids and hated his life. A few weeks on peptides and the pain is nearly all gone. This shit is golden. The only issue is the barrier to entry, that being how to use the peptides, where to get them from, the protocols and whatnot. Hence why I believe the coaching is so valuable. If you want to be a custodian or space marine, you need peptides. So in some awesome news, I'm proud to announce my partnership with Bionexus, an EU-based peptide lab that services all of the US with some of the purest, most rigorously tested peptides for the cheapest prices you can get. I use these guys' stuff personally and it's legit. They have CJC and ipamorelin for general health and fat loss, semaglutide and tirzepatide for aggressive fat loss, TB500 and BPC for accelerated healing, melanotan 2 for getting tanned as fuck, cleaning up your skin and enhancing your boners. Fucking love melanotan 2, and more. You actually also get a special Majorkill discount code by using the link below. If this all sounds exciting, but you don't know what the fuck a peptide is or if it's safe for you or how to use it, then join the Natty Plus community I mentioned earlier. However, as a TLDR, a peptide is an amino acid that acts as instructions for your body. When you take BPC, you aren't taking healing enzymes. You're taking instructions for your body to produce healing enzymes using its own natural capacities, which is why a lot of people argue that peptides are natural, as opposed to injecting growth hormone or testosterone, where you're literally putting these things in your body from an outside source. My quality of life is fucking good right now, and I attribute a massive chunk of that to peptides. Like, I don't even get hangovers anymore, it's fucking wild. But yeah, join the Natty Plus community to learn more. Sign up for one-on-one coaching to get insane life-changing results very fast, or if you're ready to dive in, go to Bionexus in the link below and buy peptides now. Just a reminder, Bionexus only services the US. If you're an Australian and you want peptides, then go to peptides@nattyplus.com.au and we can get you sorted from there. We're currently looking for reliable Canada and EU-based sources. Feel free to reach out if you know any or are connected to any personally. We'll be posting these sources in the Natty Plus community. This shit is so exciting. I've been brewing this for months and it's nice that I'll be able to actually change some of your lives. From fixing a fucked back or knee that was never going to heal or getting you into shape so you can live life to the fullest, let's be fucking custodians. Peace.